Gotta go fast. Hey guys, welcome back to Ad Lib Talk, and this is my spoiler-free review for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. As always guys, don't forget to leave a like on this video and please do consider subscribe. Sonic the Hedgehog is back in his second feature film, a sequel to the 2020 Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and is directed once more by Jeff Fowler, written by Pat Casey, Josh Miller, and John Whittington, and obviously based on the Sega video game franchise. Many of the old cast are back, this time joined by Idris Elba and Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who reprises her role from the games, amongst others. I have to be honest, I wasn't the biggest of fans for the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I thought it was a fair attempt at a video game to movie adaptation, but one that lacked a lot when it came to the humour and the action, which all felt a little uninspired in my opinion. Although, to be fair, I did really enjoy Jim Carrey's performance. I'm glad to say though that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is a massive improvement on almost every aspect of the first one. So we start off seeing Dr. Robotnik, who has been stuck on the Mushroom Planet for some time. Knuckles, a red echidna warrior, appears through a ring portal and they decide on an alliance to locate and defeat Sonic. Back on Earth, Sonic has been acting as a vigilante, attempting to follow in the path of Batman in one hilarious robbery scene, foiled by himself. Tom and wife Maddie leave for Hawaii for her sister's marriage, but Sonic's freedom is soon interrupted by the return of Dr. Robotnik, together with Knuckles, who demands to learn of the location of the Master Emerald. Help, however, does arrive for Sonic with the arrival of the ingenious Tails, the two-tailed fox who uses his tails to fly. And so together, they must take on Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles and help save the world. From the very beginning, you will notice that director Jeff Fowler has gone for a bigger, more epic scope this second time round, without being bound by the need to introduce and build up a variety of different characters, whether animated or human. This allows both himself and the team of writers the freedom to build up a story that moves from one beautiful location to another in the proper form of an adventure movie the first movie wanted to be, but ultimately failed to achieve. Thankfully, this time it has worked out really well, and this is because of a number of reasons. First of all is the writing and screenplay, which is much improved from the first movie. This is a much more confidently told story, and thankfully this time it's not one but three beautifully animated yet also very distinctly written characters. We've obviously got the lovable Sonic, fast talking, fast moving. He is extremely endearing and will have you on his side in a second. And just like in the first movie, Schwartz's voice acting is pitch perfect. Then we've got the shy Tails, who is a little underused in the movie, which is a pity because Colleen Ann O'Shaughnessy voices him extremely well, but still serves quite decently as Sonic's sidekick with his inventions I wish we see much more of. Finally, then we have Idris Elba's Knuckles, with Elba giving a true powerhouse performance as the voice of the tough red echidna warrior. The writing is not all perfect, however. Whilst I really enjoyed the first half of the movie, the second half is where it starts to drag a little. Whenever Sonic, Knuckles or Dr. Robotnik were on screen, the action moved on in an interesting fashion, and I was always interested in what was going on, either due to how visually stimulating it all was or because of some heartwarming scene between Sonic and Tom. Unfortunately, when it's just the Wachowskis, the movie takes a severe dip in quality. Not because they gave bad performances per se, because Tika Sumpter and James Marsden are still fine in their roles. It's just that it all feels extremely derivative and a bit of a waste of time. The wedding scene particularly was having some very funny moments, particularly involving Natasha Rothwell as Rachel, Maddie's sister, feels so unnecessarily long, particularly considering the movie hits the 2-hour mark pretty easily. Severely shortening this scene would have made for a much tighter storytelling process and a much better movie overall. Anyways, let's go back to talking about the good stuff. The animations and visuals are out of this world. I was seriously impressed by just how good Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles look, which was a big sigh of relief for me personally after the disappointment of Morbius. The action also looks amazing, feeling fast and powerful, and this is definitely a movie to enjoy in front of the big screen. It is also extremely colorful and well lit, which is something Morbius could definitely learn from. I love the tone throughout, as well as the different settings Sonic explores. If you've ever seen a review of mine on an adventure movie, you'll know I harp on this all the time. The importance of seeing diverse landscapes in action adventure movies. And Sonic 2 definitely does not disappoint in this aspect. Here, I must also praise the cinematography, which perfectly captures the action clearly, whilst also offering us some very beautiful vistas. Whether it's the epic snowy mountains of Siberia, the calming rolling hills of Green Hills, or the sunny Hawaiian Islands, it is all portrayed really well. And finally, I must admit that although I did quite enjoy Jim Carrey in the first movie, I did feel like it was Jim Carrey acting as many of his old roles most of the time, and not really Carrey taking on fully the role of Dr. Robotnik. In his second attempt, however, Carrey has taken a much more game, accurate portrayal of the role, not only visually because of the costume and the mustache, but also because of the personality portrayed, which feels way more similar to the video game version of the character, rather than just feeling like Carrey hamming it up as usual. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is a movie that has been clearly made for the fans. There are references throughout, characters new and old feel very similar to the original source material. But it's not just that. The writing is better and more confident, the action more creative, the visuals and animations more beautiful, and yes, it is anything I could have hoped for out of a Sonic the Hedgehog sequel. I highly recommend taking the whole family to watch this, as apart from the movie feeling a little too long and some of the humor not working, together with some admittedly quite cringe dialogue moments, specifically when the scriptwriters seem to be pandering towards the younger generations. This is a movie that offers fun for everyone, young and old, and that is why I give Sonic the Hedgehog 2 a 3.5 out of 5. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that review, and if you did, as always, don't forget to leave a like on this video, and please do consider subscribing. Cheers, and I'll see you guys next time right here on Ad Lib Talk.